Oh, classic Akon. And right now on Magic, 8:35 on the clock. And boy, that sunshine is absolutely gorgeous. We mentioned earlier Mike Barrett was going to be in with us for an edition of Good Policies, where we talk about how to get the most out of your insurance for your buck, when to make changes, and how important the conversation is to have with your agent. Mike, good morning to you.
Good morning to you. Hope you're having a good start to the day. Going to be a nice one, huh? I love it.
Yeah. Yesterday I had to get towed out of my own driveway.
Well, that sounds exciting or not.
I am not Mater from Cars. I cannot back up very well, apparently. But fortunately, I didn't have to contact my insurance agent.
Well, there you go.
So we've had some changeable conversations here over the past few months or so because the insurance industry has changed so much.
Yeah.
And a lot of things change in people's lives in the springtime here. I want to ask you this. We always talk about how important it is to, run down your coverage and so much. Is there a time that it is best to shop for insurance, especially in the market that we're in now, or is there a time that it's best not to?
I would say that there's never a bad time to shop, right? And here's what I mean by that. If you're thinking about health insurance, or Medicare, there's an open enrollment period from policy term to policy term. That's not how the property and casualty industry works with home and auto. So if you're kind of in the middle of your auto policy or homeowner policy and you want to shop it, go ahead. You can shop it, and if you find a good opportunity, maybe you want to take it. Now, let's throw in the curveball because it's coming. If there's ever been a time in my career to not be so swayed to change, this might be the time. And here's what I mean by that. So let's say you're shopping for insurance. We've mentioned over the course of many conversations over the months that we're in a hard insurance market. We're seeing increased underwriting scrutiny. We're seeing increased cost for sure. So you may have seen that yourself, where your insurance has gone up pretty significantly. If you're shopping around, maybe you find a $300, $400, $500, $600 a year savings very attractive to want to jump ship and go there. I completely get it.
But does that come at a cost of coverage? Because I can remember in some of our conversations, and I actually experienced it with my insurance company, the longer you're with a company, okay, it's like a give and take. They take care of you because you've been with them for so long.
There's a history, yeah.
Right. So saving $300, $400, $500 but losing coverage isn't a fair trade-off.
And let's say that you do the right thing and you don't lose any coverage. Maybe you keep the coverage. Maybe you've lost a couple of accident forgiveness levels or waived deductibles because you've had a history with the company. But let's take all that aside. And okay, you've got Company A and Company B. You've been with Company A for 10, 12 years. And Company B, going to be a $600, $700 savings. Yeah, you want to do it. Here's one cause for pause. I like that. Company A, you've been with for 10, 12 years. You have a history there. Maybe you've had a claim or two. Maybe you've had no claims in that time period. Now you go to Company B, and in your first year or two, have an accident or two. That's now their first take on doing business with you. And that could turn into, especially in this current hard insurance climate, what we call a non-renewal. The company saying, look, we brought you on, but now you've had a couple of claims. This isn't how we want it. We don't want to be paying claims for you all the time because now that's what we're seeing what this case is going to be. We're not going to insure you after your next renewal. So then you went from saving a fairly good amount of money to now being non-renewed with claims or violations. And now you're going to be back in the market looking and find something probably an incredible amount more than what you had with Company A to begin with.
So I'm going to equate that to going from having a good credit score to a bad credit score, because those two claims in a short period of time with a new company are going to follow you.
They really are. And a non-renewal is going to follow you too. So, and we're seeing a lot of non-renewals even with longtime policyholders. So I'm not saying that we're all safe just by having had a history with a company, but it's really about weighing the pros and cons. It really is, more so than in years past. Years past, companies would probably overlook a couple things and go, we're all right with that. But when money is tight and they're losing it, really heightens scrutiny on everything. You want to just make sure you're not jeopardizing your options going forward. And I'm not saying don't switch. Please don't think that I'm saying that. It's really a matter of, is it the right thing to do? Don't make it such an impulse decision. Think about it a little bit and then maybe decide one way or the other.
Okay, so my take on that is we were talking more significantly about the automotive insurance industry, but I'm sure that would probably most likely carry over to a homeowner.
Oh, absolutely. And let's throw it this way. If we changed a homeowner policy and went to Company B, saved you a couple $100, and Company B says, well, we're going to come and inspect, and you have something that maybe we or Company A didn't know you had, now Company B is like, what's this? They could cancel you within the first 45 days of being covered, saying that's not an acceptable exposure. Hopefully that wouldn't happen because we as an agent would catch that, but stranger things have been known to happen. So you are taking a level of reconsideration. You know, it's like a new relationship. So the first date may be great, but once you get to know each other, it may not be a continued love affair, if that makes any sense.
Well, the most important way to get to know each other is to have that conversation.
Yeah, feel free to give us a call, 748-5224. You can find us on Portland Street in St. Johnsbury. We are online, thebarrettagency.com. And you can go to Google, Facebook, YouTube, and Instagram, and just look for Barrett Insurance Agency.
And, of course, tune in Tuesday mornings at 8:35. Mike, I'm going to race you to the coffee pot. Folks, Tate McRae coming up.